Hey, this is 4 Minutes, and today we're joined by Richard Bacon. Thanks for joining us today, Richard.
Pleasure.
We're going to do a series called 4 Minutes. We've got literally 4 minutes on a stopwatch. As soon as that time's up, we have to stop you. You okay with that?
Yeah, fine with that, yeah.
Perfect. Okay, here we go. Your 4 minutes starts now. So you've had such a long career in television and radio. At heart, are you a TV man or a radio man?
Well, it kind of depends on the project and who's willing to give me work, you know. So you don't necessarily choose. It's not always a flat choice, a straight choice between the two. The radio, I suppose on balance I have more fun in radio. When telly's at its absolute best, it's probably more exciting than radio. But I guess as an average, if you like, you tend to have a bit more fun in radio because of the freedom that you have.
Sure. Do you think television's lost its way then?
No, it seems really good. I mean, no, what I meant was, I'm talking about your experience as a presenter. So my job in a programme is as a presenter. And some shows that you make they can be good at the end product, but can be just quite hard work and a bit tedious to film. Those that are filmed on location, I'm making a series at the moment that's got a slight documentary element to it, and it's a long process. Whereas I've also made, for example, The Big Breakfast, where you're live and you're just arsing around. Yeah. And that, well, I didn't mean it as an overall comment on telly. I just meant there are certain jobs that are really good fun, yeah, and certain jobs that can be good to do but are less fun. So I'm just saying telly at its best is the most fun I'll probably have professionally.
Now, you mentioned The Big Breakfast there. I grew up with The Big Breakfast, and there's nothing like that on television at the moment. No. Do you think that is a gap in the market?
Well, it is a gap in the market. It's difficult to do. It's one of those things where everything came good with that show. I mean, it went through its ups and downs, but it was about the producers, about the team, about finding that house, the theme music, the zig and zag, getting Chris and Gabby, and later Johnny and Denise. And it'd be hard to try and do that again and hope that all the ingredients fitted. And the danger would be you do it again, and even if you didn't call it The Big Breakfast, but you saw that someone was trying to recreate it and it failed, and it would become quite a big embarrassing failure. I mean, if you could make it work as well as it worked when Chris and Gabby or Johnny and Denise did it, then I think people would want to do it. But getting there from where we are now might be too big a gamble for a broadcaster to take.
If it was recreated, would you go for Chris or Gabby, or would you go for Johnny and Denise?
I don't think they'd... no, I think they'd probably have to use newer talent. But it was so exciting. It was such a subversive show to be taking the piss out of things at 7 in the morning. And you would go in and get the papers and write topical jokes and just do them on telly there and then. And it was really exciting. In television, if you have an idea, it can take you months or years to get it on. In The Big Breakfast, you just have an idea and do it then. Do it after the break. Do it the next day. And I'm not sure where else you get that now.
And what's been the highlight of your career, if you had to pick out one thing?
Well, yeah, I mean, I've got lowlights as well. I've done some rubbish. I think the highlights, the job I do now on 5 Live is a good job for me to do, and it's a challenging job, and I meet famous and interesting people. XFM was a station where that was a bit like doing The Big Breakfast on the radio, where I really could mess around and come up with ideas and put them on air straight away. So the best jobs I've had are probably 5 Live, XFM, and The Big Breakfast.
And what about low points? What's the kind of the one thing you regret?
Well, I've done some crappy game shows. I've done some stuff on Channel 5 that hasn't gone anywhere. I got sacked from Blue Peter, for taking drugs. But calling that a straight regret it's not quite as simple as that. I mean, it was, in the end, the reaction to that allowed me to go and do some other stuff. So it's hard to completely call that a categorical regret. Whereas the things you regret more are just things that you did that were just rubbish and that I was rubbish on.
And any presenter starting out, is there one tip you could give them?
Yeah, do radio. Doing radio makes you a better telly presenter. Doing telly doesn't make you a better radio presenter, but doing radio makes you a better telly presenter. So do lots of radio and start in local radio if you're just beginning. But it's absolutely the best way in.
Well, that is 4 minutes. Perfect.
Hey, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you.